Hey, man. Let's do this again. I'll take number one again. Hang on one second. Here, let's see what we got here. All right, Joe. Come on, buddy. I'm waiting for you, Joe. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you, Joe. Let's try this again. Sorry, guys. I really screwed up by not letting the one in there. I didn't want somebody to freaking try to take over this thing. All right, let's do it. Joe, Joe, Joe. Where are we at? Joe, Joe, Joe. Joe. Let's do it, Joe. Third time's a charm. Come on, Joe. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Take over, Joe. Here we go. All right, is this really take over, Joe? You there, buddy?
All right, can anybody hear me here?
Yep, I can hear you. Is this really
Ma-
you?
Let me tell you this.
Yep.
If once you teach me to master the social media, we really are going to the moon because
All right,
I've
all right. Because right now, I feel like you and I are on AOL waiting for the dial-up, man.
man, you know what? I'm gonna put my flip phone away here. I didn't know you couldn't do Twitter from a flip phone.
It's all good. It's all good. You still would tapping the number 7 trying to get that S, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's all
No,
good,
and,
man.
and you know, and I have heard there has been rumor there's an imposter. People are doing Takeover Joe 1, 2, and 3. That's why I usually try to stay off the radar. But we're here and glad to be here on the live show with you, Stan. So appreciate the opportunity.
All right, thank you. Your name on Periscope is Take Over Joe One, and I thought that was a little fraud, so that's why I kept deleting you. I'm sorry
Yeah,
about that.
that's a fraud, man. We got people looking into that. No, I'm just the real Takeover Joe is just Takeover Joe. So I'm here.
All right, let's do it, brother. Are you ready to get to it?
Yeah, let's get down to business, man. Friday night, you got your popcorn there, maybe, and a Mick Ultra. So let's get down to it.
All right, let's get to it, man. All right, so I got probably about 10 questions, 15 questions. There's nothing much that we can't knock out here, and let's just do this thing, man. Hey, first thing first is Ryan on his interview or his live feed said that he has brought us to the promised land, and that you would get us to turn the key to the gate to the promised land. That is a big statement. How does that make you feel, brother?
Well, I got to tell you, it's definitely a big statement, and I'm humbled and honored to be in the position because throughout my life I live for big challenges, and I perform my best when the stakes are high and the pressure's on, and when I have a lot of people depending on me. Things that I do for myself really don't interest me because it's just for self gratification. But when I have an opportunity like this that could really change lives and make history, I'm thoroughly excited. Part of the reason why I've just tried to take my game to yet another level, and I'm humbled and honored to be in this position. And will do everything I can in my power, blood, sweat, and tears to make this thing happen.
That's it, man. And it's a big shoe to fill because Ryan really started getting this thing going over the last several weeks, and people are so freaking excited, man. This is
Well, I
so
got
awesome.
and one quick note on Ryan. I got to say that, I've been, obviously, courted and recruited by numerous companies to take positions, and it's never about the money; it's about the people. And for what he's done in building the foundation, and for the loyalty and respect that he has for his co-owners, on what he told me about the group, that's really what attracted me to the opportunity, amongst everything else. I mean, it's just like anything. You got to have all variables have to be in place to be able to fully commit to something in your mind, body, and spirit, which we have here. So Ryan's done a tremendous job.
That's it, man. Ryan's a legend in the making here. Um, Let me ask you something. So we're going to get into the OTC stuff. A lot of people keep asking about, so I'm prioritizing based on how many times I see questions. Do you foresee any issues with getting LTNC becoming current at all? Do you see any issues in that happening?
No, after my due diligence, reviewing everything, all paperwork and filings have been submitted. Right now, we're just waiting to hear back from them. So I understand, and I'm sure the group understands that there's sort of a stack up in terms of paperwork that's being reviewed. So the faster we can get a response from them, the better, because then we can accelerate this forward.
OTC markets, many may know, maybe many may not. A lot of companies are filing to become current. They have to at least file before June. Otherwise, they get kicked off or suspended. And the filing's been done; it's been paid for. It's just a waiting game. But I think the OTC market has been severely overflooded with all these requests by all these companies trying to become pink current. And then from there, you have until September to actually become current. So there might be a checklist. But we left this to Ryan. You guys said to handle, the time or handle becoming current. That's his job. He started it and he's going to finish it. Do you anticipate a timeline? Like, has OTCs talked to you at all as far as like, you maybe a couple weeks, a week, or anything like that? Do we have any timeline?
No definitive timelines have been given, although if I had to estimate, I would hope that this would be within a matter of weeks.
Okay.
Preferably, I'd say it could be 2 weeks, could be 4 weeks, could be less. That I can't say for certain, but I know that they are working diligently to get back to everybody and to get this in motion.
Okay, yeah, no doubt, because you know, I think as you may be aware, it's stopping the guys at Fidelity, and then some of these new investors who are like, oh my God, I gotta see pink before I go, and I understand it, I get it, but I think it puts a little people at ease that that you're one step closer and so forth. So that's really good that we may be very near future. I know that Ryan, as you may be aware, has shown copies of receipts showing that everything's paid in full and that really we're just waiting for the stamp of approval. He even gave us the name of the person he's in contact with. I mean, he's been very upfront with everything that's been going on for weeks.
That's correct. And one quick statement on that is to be able to accurately answer that. I mean, that's like something goes in the mail. I'm hearing word that postcards and letters are taking sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes it's taking 2 to 3 days. So it's kind of like looking into the crystal ball. So that's a let's just, we all we can do is hope that this happens quickly. So
No doubt. And just for principle purposes, you know, 2 weeks, guys, in the business world is 10 days. 4 weeks in the business world is 20 days. It's not the end of the world. It's coming. It will be here. Um, I need you to reaffirm because I don't keep my crowns out enough during the daytime. It's in the filings that you are not to do RS reverse split or even have a conversation about it for 6 months. Do you have any interest in the next 6 months, even though it says you can't, in talking about reverse split or doing a reverse split? Can you put that to rest on video right here?
100% absolute not has never even been in the conversation. Not even in my mindset right now.
Okay. Reverse split, guys. We're not even talking about it here in the near future. A lot of people talking about T-Bev. Not really a lot of people, just the bears trying to bring it down. And from my understanding, reading all the posts and responses from you guys, that basically the sellers of that ticker didn't perform. And this is my wording, okay? This is just me putting it together. This is not your wording per se. But basically, they had a buku of shares, and basically what they did was they kept selling at the top. They killed the shares. They never gave money back to the company for the company to survive, and that's what sort of brought it down. It wasn't necessarily people behind it, but it was the people who did it. And I think that was the big problem. Would you like to comment on that further, or do I have it sort of down a little bit?
Yeah, I mean,
Ooh, we lost him. Stand by, guys. Stand by. Let me put this link out. Hold on. Hold on. No worries. Stand by, guys. Stand by. Stand by. We got to get the flip phone back up and running. Hang on, guys. Good questions so far, right, guys? You guys like that? We're getting right down to the core. I got some really good questions coming up. Got it, man. Got it. We're gonna ask some good questions here, guys. Stand by. Stand by. Wait for Joe. I swear to God, I hope that he charged his phone today. All right, man. Oh, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna click on invite again. Hold on. I think we got him. Yep, we got him. Here we go. Joe, you there? It's thinking, guys. Hold on. I don't know what's going on with the connection. My internet is working good. Joe, you there? Come on, man. Let's get to it, Joe. Hold on. Let's see what's going on here. It's like it's circling around, guys. Stand by one, all right? Can you please ask about the reverse merger? Much different than RS in contrast. Hang on one second, guys. Joe, I'm gonna click you off and try to get you back on again. Hold on. Oh no. Here you go. Hold on. Let's try to get him in here. Stand by, guys. That's fast. Joe's left the chat. You're a beast getting to the point. I got some good questions, guys. You haven't even heard it yet. I got all the weak questions up front. We're going to be all right, guys. I got a lot of good questions here. Here, let's see if we can get them in now. Stand by. All right, here we go. Joe, you there? No problem. T-Beth, T-Beth,
Let's
do you
move
have any
into the.
comment on that further?
No, that's it right now, man. No further comment.
Okay, not a problem. I figured I pretty much had it down to a science based on everything I was reading. Um, oh, I do have one follow-up questions on that. Two follow-up questions to that. Do you have any safeguards and or behind the scenes basically that this ain't going to happen again with with this is complete new management. This is a new team of guys. But this, can you give some assurance to investors that this is not going to happen in this case?
Yeah, part of the reason I'm involved here in leading the charge is that the team is critical. You can't have one weak link in the chain, and if you have anything that's questionable, it draws serious concern for me. So I feel comfortable and confident now, knowing that we've got all bases covered. We've got the right legal, the right accounting firms, and the right support. We're going to be bringing on IRP, all the right people in place to make this thing fly and take it to the highest level. So I feel very comfortable.
Okay. And have you and Ryan, discussed having a bright future in the years ahead instead of just the weeks and months? Like, are you guys looking far into the future rather than just short term? Have you guys had long conversations about that?
Yeah, we have, and I'll tell you, I'm always in Stan. I mean, you've overcome a lot physically. I know you're taking care of your health, and as we are for everybody. And I use a lot of fitness analogies, but I will tell you this much: we are running a marathon, not a sprint here. We're in this thing for the long haul, and we're going to do this thing right, mile by mile, step by step.
I love that, man. And this goes on to the next question about, people are saying this is a pump and dump. Uh, the only people I see dumping are the weak hands. I know you can't comment on shareholders and what they're doing, but I keep adding. I got 40 million strong. What do you say to those bears that keep saying this is a pump and dump? What kind of pump and dump is this? I mean, am I missing something, or are we creating a foundation and building up the building? What am I missing here?
Well, everything I've done in my life and in my career, personally and professionally, has always been for the long haul. I don't see any satisfaction in starting something that you're not going to be able to finish, even if you enter something with the intentions of going the distance and you fall short. However, in this circumstance, for those, and Stan, you've done a tremendous job at educating the Army and the followers and the people that are wanting to learn more about the public market and the public space, about what restricted shares are, and what some of this different terminology is that often gets misinterpreted. But our shares are restricted. We are not in this to pump and dump. I love to pump, whether it's a pump in a workout or that type of thing. But as it relates to the conventional terminology, no, this is certainly not a pump and dump. And you've done a great job at explaining that terminology to the group. So no, we're in this for the long haul.
Thanks, because I talk about it a lot. I ain't dumping nothing until we see some dollars here. That's me personally. But I know you can't talk about price, but that's me. I can talk about price because I have no involvement in the company. I lost Joe again. Stand by, guys. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Man, his phone keeps cutting out. He must be rolling somewhere. Stand by, guys. Stand by. Stand by. Here you go. He's coming in. Stand by. Hold on. Nope. Hang on one second, guys. He's had bad connection, guys. Shit happens. We all have cell phones. You guys don't get bad reception sometimes? Come on, man. This isn't Verizon over here, man. We can't go underneath the Baltimore tunnel and not lose it, right? We all got different connections, guys. Hang on one second, guys. Here we go. Nope. Yeah, here he goes. All right, here we go. Joe, you there? Yeah, man. So we got rid of the pump and dumpers, and hopefully, as the stock keeps going up, the pumper or the dumpers will keep on disappearing because they're not going to be able to afford to keep up. Hey, man, athletes, you're working on, from Ryan's previous post and Ryan's, he says we got goats, we got athletes, etc. Working to endorse your products and or business. Can you tell us when we can expect a timeline roughly on when we start getting some names, man? Because I know it's more for the stock more than anything. But when are we going to start hearing some names? Are we going to start hearing some names soon? Damn, Joe, we lost him again. Stand by, guys. Stand by. Here you go. Hold on, Joe. You there? When when are we going to start hearing some names, man? Some GOAT names, some athletes' names. When are we going to start hearing these names?
Well, I'll tell you, within the whole team that we have, and I'm talking about our executive team, we've been around the block. I mean, we've been, 30 years in the game, and our connections run deep, and our athlete connections run even deeper. And we're talking all sports, all disciplines. And so right now we are in negotiations with a number of athletes. And obviously, we've got their attorneys involved, their agents involved. So this is nothing that is a quick process, but we are moving along very steadily. As you're aware, there have been some tweets and some posts from some influential figures that, give an indication of where this is going. And I can certainly assure you that myself, as a human performance specialist that has worked with a number of athletes to help improve their performance and their recovery, we have access. It's now just a matter of, going step by step, one by one, who we want to bring on this rocket ship, because, there will be room for a select few, and we're taking that very seriously.
Do we have GOATs? Are you in conversation with GOATs?
There are goats, and
There are GOATs.
There are goats above and beyond what you would think, and in multiple different disciplines, which I think is what's really gratifying. Because when you take a look at sports today and people living an active lifestyle, you got people playing tennis, running track and field, golf, soccer, lacrosse, extreme sports. So we sometimes get somewhat myopic in looking at specific sports, but our goal is to show the diversity of our products and of the formulations of how they can reach all disciplines to help improve, performance, recovery.
Man, we missed him again. Hold on, guys. Stand by. He's just got back connection. Stand by. Stand by. Give this dude some loving. This guy's giving it all. He's giving it all up. Stand by, guys. Stand by. Have some respect for this guy, especially the investors who are here with him. All right. Give him some respect, guys. All right, Joe, you there? All right, no problem. So we have goats. We have goats coming, right?
Goats are coming. Goats are grazing right now.
We are not talking about one sport. We're not talking about the NFL. We're not talking about the NBA. We're not talking about tennis. We're not talking. We're talking about goats from all over the place potentially. Damn it, lost them again, guys. The goats are scaring them off, guys. Stand by. Stand by. They're coming from all over. They're coming from all over, right? All right. Um,
You have to
the
just kind of wait and
6.8
you got
billion shares
you got to
that
sit
were
sit
that are
back.
restricted for a year. 6.8 shares. They're restricted for a year. 6.8 billion shares.
Yeah.
Can you confirm that part or most of them will be used? For the endorsements that you're going to get from these goats or athletes.
Yes, that's how it's done.
So everyone's concerned about the 6.8 billion, but in reality, it could be a situation where there's a lot of financial benefits that are going to be coming out of this here in the near future, whether it be a week, 2 weeks, a month, or months down the road. We're going to get some freaking names, and we're going to get some endorsements, and the LTNC army is going to get this thing up and running.
And also what's really important to note, and this is more on for everybody that's ever seen a sports drink or an energy drink, what makes our takeover movement different is the fact that the athletes that are and will be endorsing our drinks that we have had in development and have had out there in the field being used in the trenches, on the battlefield of athletics and sport. We are not paying people to endorse this product. We are telling these athletes that, look, we have improved your performance. We've improved your recovery. These are products and formulas that have made the difference in your career. Now, let's work a deal where you're willing to support what has already been proven. I don't want somebody that's never used the product that says, hey, you know what? I just want to jump on this train and go for the ride. Most companies do that. I've been in the sports nutrition game for a long time. That's what happens. Company gets started. Oh, who can we sign? Who can we sign onto our product? And these guys don't even use the stuff. And people know that. I've seen a lot of posts this week on Twitter. A lot of guys from the bodybuilding world, some couple IFBB pros, I think, are part of the LTNC army. And, that's the way it used to go. You start a company and it's like, well, who can we sign? And it's all smoke and mirrors. So, when you're talking about, things along those lines, to me, as an educated consumer, knowing what goes on behind the scenes when it comes to companies, most of these companies, the guys are using other products.
We lost him. Stand by, guys. Stand by. He's got some bad connection wherever he's driving to. Stand by, guys. You guys hear? We got goats coming. A lot of goats coming. Here you go. Bring them on. All right, here we go, Joe. No problem. So I hear you. I hear you with the goats, and I hear you with the products. You want them to not only say that it's a good product, but you want them to be out there using it, right?
It's got to be real. I don't if somebody doesn't believe in the product and believe in the science and believe in our team and myself, then you know what, it might not be a good fit. So not just like even with investors, not all money is good money. Not all athletes are the right fit for the brand. So we only want people that are the right fit for the brand.
I got you. How many products are going to be released over the next few months? Are you able to give us a hint on that?
Yeah, I can tell you we're gonna have three products. We're gonna have three unique beverages. One's gonna be a water, and the other two I will not disclose right now. But let's just say they're gonna complement and round out the trilogy of performance enhancing drinks that we're gonna launch.
Okay. And with your targets, are they going to be consumers and athletes, or is it just going to be consumers? Who's your target market?
We're doing something a little different here in terms of having something that obviously can be used by an elite athlete to propel them on the playing field with no banned substances, everything IOC, WADA compliant, safe for use, yet still giving a performance benefit. And this can trickle all the way down to the weekend warrior or even the couch potato that says, hey, you know what? I want to use a beverage that has no high fructose corn syrup, no garbage, no BS that the world's best athletes are using. So that's really the goal, to be able to bridge that gap from, amateur athletes all the way to the world's best.
Beautiful. And you mentioned in your interview or your live feed yesterday, Kroger and 7-Eleven are two companies that you're working on getting a deal with. It's in the works right now. It sounds good. For people that don't know, Kroger is the second largest retailer next to Walmart. Walmart's number one. Kroger's number two. You can Google it. It's there. 7-Eleven has over 70,000 stores nationwide. Do you have any other chain stores that you're looking at as well? You don't have to give names if you don't feel like, but are there any other big companies that you're looking with?
Obviously, with the global marketplace and the domestic marketplace, we are in negotiations with not all major retailers, but select retailers, select online retailers. And of course, this is a process. When we have definitives in place, we will make those announcements. But the two mentioned are just a portion of the whole global market,
So you
which
are in
is
talks with Kroger. You are in talks with 7-Eleven. They're part of the small piece of puzzle. Is that correct?
that is correct.
Okay. And then my other question, if you have answers for this, may be too early in the game for you. Financial future goals. Do you have any targets? Do you have anything in mind as far that you would like investors to know? You lost him. Stand by, guys. Stand by. This is gonna be big, guys. I ain't holding on to 40 million for nothing. Worldwide, baby. Hang on one second, guys. I'm trying to get him back here so you can answer the last question here. Joe, you here? All right, go ahead, buddy.
Taking a look into the future with financial goals, all I can say is this functional food and beverage market, which is exploding. I mean, it's 180 billion, I believe, set to be 225 billion by the year 2025, and it very well may exceed that. We have a veteran team. We have the distribution alliances. We've got the experience. We've got the manufacturing capabilities, the formulation capabilities, the athletes, the people. So to give a number, I won't say. However, I think we'll be able to take a significant portion of that business in the industry, which if we can do that, I'd be very happy. So I don't like to set number goals, but I want to set domination goals to where if we can execute and flip the switch, as we are in the process of doing, it's going to be interesting to see where we land.
That's awesome. And somebody did have a question actually that I got cleared up on my own, but I'm gonna ask it because I already know the answer to it, not from you, but from other drink people. Your stuff is going to be organic. Somebody's asking about FDA approval. It does not require FDA approval. Is that correct?
Well, the FDA never approves any product. You have to have, obviously all of your warning signs and warnings on the label, but it will be everything will be FDA compliant along all FDA guidelines. So yeah, that I can say. And as far as organic, not every product will be organic in the situations where we can create an organic product, because there's very specific certifications to have a product be organic in terms of the ingredients and the flavor systems and things of that nature. So, for particular markets, let's say a natural market that's pretty popular, for that particular outlet or demographic, we would probably have to make some formulation adjustments in terms of flavorings and ingredients so that it would classify as organic. But for most mainstream products that you would see out there right now that you're picking up in your gas station or grocery store, they are not organic. Organic is sort of a higher level certification, which we will do when the time comes. And remember, just like any plays in a game, you're looking at whether it's football, baseball, basketball, we can make the necessary adjustments to particularly customize any drink for any particular channel in any country.
And correct me if I'm wrong, by what I understand from others, that the facilities where they're filled at has to be FDA approved, and that's how it sort of meets the stamp of approval. Is that correct?
Actually, it's FDA certified, and then there's
FDA
another
certified.
another certification called GMP, which is Good Manufacturing Practices. So, part of what it's been a great thing that's been done by the governing bodies in the industry is to enforce these regulations, because it ensures that you're getting quality, purity, potency as it relates to products and formulations done in a clean facility. Most of these facilities that that I've been in and that we've worked with and have partnered with are literally at pharma level in terms of cleanliness, and it's really impressive. Actually, what I'd like to do is maybe the next time I'm in one of these, I'll take a little live video and shoot it out for everybody. But FDA inspected, GMP certified, and
Stand by, guys. He's coming back on. Stand by. He already went over when it's going to be delivered, but I'll confirm it for you guys once more, guys. Stand by. Hang on one second, guys. Hang on one second. He's coming in. Good, man. You're here. No problem. So, all right, I got you on that. So it sounds like you got some good products coming. By your live feed yesterday, I gathered that products are ready to hit shelves before Easter, on or before Easter, and that I think that we should be hearing something here in the next week or two, or hopefully soon, and that PR will follow once we get word on the first product being rolled out. Is all that correct?
well, we are going to be shipping. My goal that we should hit is in we. My goal is when I put a goal, we got to hit it. We are going to be shipping product direct before Easter. That's the number one goal. So if it's not hitting store, because there's a process to get product in store shelves. It's got to go through DCs and shipping. So at the very least, we will be able to ship direct to consumer before Easter, and then we will follow the steps in the process to see how long it'll take us to get on store shelves. But all this is going to be happening within the next several weeks. Again, never want to commit to any definitive date until I have it for certain in writing. But that's what we're looking at right now.
Do you already have this? These are questions that are popping up on my screen, and I think that you can answer and or give us clue. You already have your mixture ready, and you already have where it's going to be bottled, correct, or where it's going to be mixed, correct?
Yeah, formulations are done.
Hold on, guys. Stand by. We keep losing him. Hang on one second. Gatorade is garbage, guys. If you're talking about Gatorade, nobody cares about Gatorade. That's like garbage. You there? All right, no problem. Go ahead. So as far as bottling or mixing, you already have that all
Yeah,
lined up.
everything. Yeah, this is we've been doing this a long time. So now it's just getting everything finalized and getting ready to flip the switch.
Okay, cool. And let me ask you one final question. Have any athletes got a taste of this yet, or are you? I assume in negotiations you're going to give them a taste before the market even gets it, right?
Yeah, well, beta prototypes have been being used uh, over time. So that's typically what I do with any type of a product, whether it's a drink, a capsule. You got to have it out in the field, and if you can get a good response from high performance athletes and from bodybuilders and people that are really used to taking these types of products, and they come back and say, wow, this is making a difference. Then we move into the next phases of final production and making those adjustments to bring it to market for the masses. So protocols and feedback thus far has been quite impressive.
And I got one additional question. This is one that I'm adding in based on some feeds that I'm seeing here. And I'm sorry for putting this on you. This will be my last question of the evening. We talked about hydro water. I know you don't like to use the word hydro, you just like to say water, but hydro water. Um, are you familiar? As far as I know, there's no publicly traded company with hydro water. Is that your understanding as well? I'm not saying it's definitive, but is that your understanding that there's no other publicly traded company with this?
There could be an obscure company possibly, but nobody that has been brought to my attention.
That's money, brother. Well, listen, man. I thank you for spending your Friday night with us. And everything you're doing here. I think you got a strong army ahead of you, and I think that we're ready to bounce on this thing, man. We're looking forward to hearing the product release and your upcoming PRs in the weeks ahead. All right.
Awesome, Stan. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate the opportunity, and we will talk soon.
All right. Thank you, sir. Take care. Have a good day.